Yeah. What are we doing? What are we doing to ourselves?
Doing to ourselves, friend.
Back to back to back. If this series would have came out, well, if I would have been during the time where all the books weren't out yet, I think it would have been better for me. Reading it back to back to back, baby, I'm gonna be in somebody's chair.
I
Mm-hmm.
told you. I
I'm gonna
told
be in
you.
somebody's chair. Yeah, yeah. Welcome back to the Book Bestie podcast. Now, we don't never start the episode off like this, but we are stressed, okay? Again, every week
Again,
we come here and we say we're stressed, and we are. I'm Monique,
I'm Aquarius.
and we're the Book Besties, the stressed out Book
The
Besties.
stressed out book besties.
Let's just
Jesus.
go ahead and get right into it. So we're on Ethic Book 4, and we have 2 more books to go in the Ethic series before we move on to Butterfly. I don't know how we're gonna make it,
I
but
don't either because we are drained emotionally at this part. If you could tell, it's very somber. It's very like, oh my God. How much more? How much more,
can one
Jesus,
take?
can you take? Right. All right. So, well, let's just start off with the beginning of Ethic and Alani. They're with Nair. She's forced this man to go to Jesus. I'm not happy at the beginning of the book because I feel like people should go to God on their own accord. That it shouldn't be an if then situation. I hate if then situation. If you do this, then I'll do this. Nah, bitch, just do it. Either we just doing it or we do you accept me for who I am. Because we know at
Mm-hmm.
the core that this man is a killer, especially when it comes to his
Mm-hmm.
family, by any means
Right.
necessary. And for that to be a stipulation of you guys continuing with this hot mess of a relationship it was just draining to just sit there even listening to. Now don't get me wrong, Naheem got his own demons and he's not your average minister, pastor, or whatever. He's very down to earth. He's very,
That was very
you know what I'm
interesting to find
saying?
out.
Yes. And she's very comfortable with him. Yeah, Ethic is very jealous because Naheem gets a softer version of her, a laughing version, which can you be mad, my nigga?
He did nothing to
He
her.
did it.
Was he the pastor? So he pouring into her,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
he
yeah,
ain't
yeah,
did
yeah,
nothing
yeah.
to her.
I didn't like it, even with her holding his hand and they went out like outside of the church, like on a park bench or something. And he was grilling him. Like, I did not like that. Like, give him 50. Listen, y'all, I may not think that he is a book babe, but he's still my person. I don't know where he fits into my life of books, okay? But he is, don't come for him because he been through some things, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And baby continues to go through some things. And I just didn't like it. I was very uncomfortable with the take me to the altar no situation. How did you feel, friend?
I agree. You can't force religion on anyone, and the part that I had a problem with was her making it like an ultimatum. You know what I'm saying? She didn't say, "Okay, I understand you don't. This is not your lane. This is not what you do. But, if you're going to be with me, please, I need you to get here at some point. So let me help you. Are you willing to
Yeah,
allow me to help you step by step, learn about
totally
God, learn
different.
about Jesus, get into church, all of those things. And I think then he wouldn't have put up so much of a
Oh, he
fight.
would have been more receptive to it,
Yeah.
of course, slowly but
Yeah.
surely, but
Yeah.
not that full force. Let me baptize you today. Dang,
Right,
I
like she
ain't
wanted
like
him to be up there on the pulpit already.
self. God, Jesus, baby.
Yeah, slow down, man.
Yeah,
Slow down. Yeah, you have to give a person, because number one, they have to want to do it. You can't force him because if that's not really where his heart and mind is at, then he's not gonna
Mm,
stick with it
nope.
anyway. So yeah, I she shouldn't have made that the ultimatum. I understand her saying like, this is a part of my world. This is
Mm-hmm.
what I do. And in order for us to be together, you have to be into it as well. But it's just the forcefulness, like making him do it right then and there,
Yeah.
that I
All
had.
at once is overwhelming. Too much of anything at one
Yeah.
time is not good for you. You know what I
Because that's
mean?
why. And what if he was like, I want you to go kill 10 people, and you ain't never killed nobody before? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna take you to the gun range, and then by nightfall, you're gonna go kill so and so.
Hey,
Like,
right,
yeah,
right.
you
It's too
can't do
much.
that. Yeah.
It's too
So,
much.
hmm
Yeah, then we rolled right on over to check in on our girl, Morgan, okay? And she is throwing her vagina in a mixed face, and I love it for me.
when I seen that, when I read that, I mean, heard it, I was like, popping that thing, okay, popping it.
I
Messiah
just
was
hate
pissed.
that we're not getting more of my man, my man, my man yet. You know, like, even that little part was like so much for me. I was just like, oh my God, how did I forget that this part took place? Because Messiah did not want to go on stage. So he went in his place because, Issa went up there for Aria. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, when they was describing it, like, oh my God, it was almost like they were having sex on stage. And I'm thinking to
Mm-hmm.
myself, oh, I mean, Messiah is gonna try to take you out when you go back down there and sit down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yeah.
she
That
was
was.
throwing it.
I said, you better throw that thing in a circle, okay? Oh man,
Mm-hmm.
I had a good time. I had forgot about that little
Mm-hmm.
scene, baby. That was the business. We got to see a
Yeah.
little bit of a Meek, not a lot, but
Mm.
that was enough. A little sneak peek to what movie. We ain't got there yet, friend.
Yeah, it pissed him off all the way. He took her back to that house and turned her every which way but
I
loose.
know that's
He was
right,
so
baby. He
mad.
was so mad because that's his. He didn't even wait. They actually did it in their little dressing room that they be getting ready
Oh,
in.
right,
Remember?
yeah, yeah,
He did
yeah.
it in there, and then I think they went back to her place and did it too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, you're right. Mm-hmm.
I was just like, girl. Yeah, because no, because it leads into the other part I forgot about. I ain't forget. It was a very important part. They did go back to his place, and then remember he was getting ready to go hit the lick with Issa and go rob the truck, right?
Mm.
And then that's when Rosie pops up in the middle of the night with that baby in her arm. And
Cause I was like, I know you lying. I know he ain't got no baby. He, I know, I know. I'm with Morgan at this point. I know I don't even mess with Morgan, but I was like, I
right.
know. Like, you got us messed up, Messiah. You got us all the way messed up. And
Yeah.
Rosie was just popping her shit.
With Morgan
And
with a gun in her hand. What's wrong with you? How
yeah,
bold
like
are
she was
you?
really
How
aggressive.
bold are you? I also love the the fight scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, the fight scene was really good too. Cause Morgan was like, "I'm gonna get her." Just all hands. I do like that Morgan could fight. Cause you got to remember, she was raised kind of in the
Hmm.
suburbs. She could throw down with the
Yeah.
best of them, baby.
Mm.
But he was holding her, and that's why she was able to get one lick off her. But that whole scene was just so intense because even you could see the like Issa, Meek on the porch, Ari, because Ari drove her over there on this one, which I think she shouldn't have because
So
Morgan
you
was
talking about
emotionally honest, and she just was crazy. She was
when she
going from
went to go
one
bust his
extreme to
windows
the
and stuff?
yes. But then she messed up somebody else's car in the process and was like, you was over here
Mm-hmm.
smiling in my face too. I think it was Issa car.
Issa, yeah.
Yeah, you was over here smiling in my face the whole time, you knowing that, this was the situation, but she had it all wrong, but he didn't want to correct her either because that would be more revealing at that point and telling what it really was. So he was like, I'd rather go with the lines of you thinking I'm cheating on you than which would break you and devastate you with the other situation. So I just and Alani showed up at the right time to be a mother figure. Like she showed up at the time and was like, don't let them see you cry. No. You
Mm-hmm.
cry about this shit when you get home. Do not let this man see you. And she saw it. She was like, baby, that's love. What I saw, what I walked up on, I don't know what the hell happened, but what I saw was two people that love each other, right? That whole scene was also draining because it was just like, holy shit. And why that's what I don't like about Messiah. And it's like the girl already hurt and he'll make it worse. You know what I'm saying? What was he saying? Like, I came in this world alone, I'm gonna die by myself. Like, nigga. I'm the only person that ever loved you or tried to love you the right way. You don't even know what love is. You didn't even know what it was until I walked into your life.
Right. And when
Right?
he told her, fuck your dad,
Yeah.
ah, baby.
This oh honey.
Now you out of pocket. You
That
was
that
real out of
that
pocket.
talking her and ethics love is you can't nobody get in there and infiltrate that. Can't no Alani come through. No, it'll always be in ethics life, Morgan, then his biological children, then Alani. That is just the hierarchy to it. Period.
Hmm.
Period. Okay.
Yeah.
They have this most unbreakable bond that I love, and that is one of the reasons why I really, really care about ethic in that sense. But yeah, I can't because I need you to love me like that. Put her down like at the bottom with the children. Okay. Um, and then after that, Messiah went to go visit his dad in prison. And we learned that a lot. All right. I didn't know, first of all, I didn't know who the hell no Buki was.
Me neither.
Why didn't I remember it? Was he even in the story at all? Talking about he got
No.
they daddy Benny got him locked up. I was like, damn, I don't remember that, but okay, maybe I don't know. I don't recall, but that knowing that there was a whole plan for him to infiltrate so they could take Ethic out, right? Because Ethic, I guess, has caused so much grief with this delusional ass family. They are about as delusional as I don't know.
Yeah.
I just I'm just like, you what? But for all the things that Ethic had done prior to him even getting involved with Morgan, to me, your dad, Ethic did way more for you and was a great father figure for you to immediately not run off with that plan,
Yeah, because
right?
he told him that in the car, when they were driving to wherever they were going, and he told him like, I taught you how to pitch straight. I told
Mm-hmm.
you, I gave you food, I gave you clothes. I taught you the game. I put you on to the game. I'm allowing you to be a part of my world. He's taking them
Right.
on trips to handle business. I'm doing all of these things that, you know, a father or
Or
uncle
Bug
would
would do
do.
for
You know what
you.
I'm saying? And
And this how you repay me,
this is how
right?
you repay
I
me.
had you around my children, my most prized possessions. I trusted you to be the leader of my organization or whatever was going on. You know what I'm saying? Like I put you on. You know what I'm saying? And for you, it's just like having a snake. It's a snake. When you right next to me the whole time and had no idea
Now,
that
do you feel like because all of this, their relationship started so early before Messiah even knew, what this was supposed to be? Because before Messiah knew that he was going to have to do this, he, Ethic was just a big homie, right? He was
right,
just somebody helping take care of him. Do you feel like if, um, because their relationship started so early, like, do you feel like he should have told him right away, like as he's getting older and he's becoming the leader of ethics? Like,
no,
how would you have
because
handled that?
I wouldn't have told him. I
Would
probably
you
would
have
have.
done what Messiah did and kept it going?
I see why he did what he did because Ethic is a man of action. Do you know this man gonna kill you? You know what I mean? Like this man is made. I don't know. That would have
Or
had
do you
such a
feel like,
different impact on the story had
yeah, definitely. The story definitely would have went a different way. We probably wouldn't have a story because Messiah probably wouldn't be around. But,
right,
uh,
right. Or if
but do you
not,
feel,
he wouldn't allow him as close to his family, and maybe he wouldn't have been such a main character in the story too.
so you feel like once his family came to him and told him, okay, this is what we want you to do, then he should have maybe told him then
Yeah,
instead of just,
I
what I'm saying?
probably
Because
would.
now you're a man, and
Now you're a man. I'm like, hey, I want you to know that you was gonna have to do a little bit more than that to show your loyalty and that you're not on your side of your family. You know what I'm saying? Like it was gonna have to be something, I don't know, for Ethic to be like, all right then. You know what I'm saying? Take your daddy out. Find a way to get rid of your motherfucking daddy, then maybe
Yeah.
we can see and I know where you stand. You know what I'm saying? Or
Yeah.
something like that.
I
Because
could see that.
Ethic is a man that stands on loyalty, like for sure. He's 10 toes down. So I need to know without a shadow of a doubt that you are with me and not with your family, right?
Yeah.
I
Yep.
agree.
I could
I
totally
agree.
see that
I was
happening.
pissed when he pulled that gun out on Ethic, and he felt so torn. But it also pissed me off because there we go again with Alani begging him not to do it. The last time he did that, your ass ended up face down on the ground and you lost your son when he made the decision to save somebody's life and not get rid of the
Mm-hmm.
problem immediately. You know what I mean? So here you are asking him again. And the last time I beat him in his ass.
Mm-hmm. And that's why I just knew it was gonna happen. Because I was like, he ain't gonna let this slide. Because he
Two
even
times.
said, like, how can I let this slide? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How can I let him get away with this? But when and she was like, don't do it, don't do
I was
it.
so annoyed.
I'm like, girl, go to the house like
I
we
was like,
told
shut
you.
up. Go do what you're supposed to do. Get the hell out of men's
Right.
business
We
and let
want
the
to
men
see him do
handle it.
something.
Right. I'm like, girl, at this point, well, because at this point, also, we know that Morgan is pregnant, right? So I wasn't rooting for him to kill him or nothing. I mean, slap him around with it, shoot him in his pinky toe or something. I don't know. You know, but
Mm-hmm. Just make him feel like he's gonna be on his deathbed. He got to be in the hospital for a couple of months because you
you
don't mess him up so
go
bad.
and be like, don't play with me. But we get it. The cat is not out the bag yet. I mean, nobody knows at this point, but Morgan. I can't stand Morgan. Morgan on my nerves. Ugh. But yeah.
Would have said that though, that definitely would have kept Ethic from wanting to
Hmm.
unalive him because he's so
Absolutely.
big on family and
Absolutely.
he knows what it's like to have kids in his life who do not
Yes.
have one of their
Yes.
parents. I feel like that would
Yes.
have helped if
I
she would have went
agree,
ahead
but
and
we know
blurted it out.
Morgan's not going to do anything to help her situation. She's going to always do the
The
opposite of
opposite.
helping. She's going to make it worse. Her and Messiah both. Her and Messiah both, because he knew damn well that that girl was not his damn, that was his sister and not his baby mama. You could have did it that.
You could have
You could
instead of
have. You could
just
have
keeping it
easily
going.
said, "Your way, why not?" Yeah, you ain't got to tell the whole truth. That's my
Right.
sister. She mad I ain't get her no money. She don't
Mm-hmm.
like nobody else to come before her in my life. I keep my family separate. That's why you don't know who she is. You can even ask Issa because Issa and Amik know the whole thing. Right? And he could have told them, hey, it's cool. Y'all tell her everything except for the why the fuck I'm really in
Mm-hmm.
her life. All right?
Mm-hmm.
But he ain't do that. He ain't do that.
Right. And what made her think she could just pop up? Like, you that mad that he over? I mean, I get that he's on a mission, or he's
Right.
supposed to be on a mission, and he's not following through. But you couldn't talk to him somewhere else. Like, you couldn't go about it a different way to check him.
Y'all got a rule that she can only come over at midnight? I don't understand, baby. It's very concerning. It is very concerning for me.
With the baby.
With the baby.
Right.
Why your baby ain't sleep? Why you ain't
Right.
at home being a mother? Why are you out in the middle of the night caught wreaking havoc on your goddamn brother?
So I really thought the baby
I
was
did
his
too. I did too when I first read it. For
when
sure. I
Morgan
was
was
like,
like, the baby turned around and looked just
just
like him.
like
I was
him.
like,
Of
oh,
course. That's his nephew.
please, please, okay. I don't need this in my life. I don't need a baby in my life. Like, what are we doing?
Right.
Why does he have a baby? Like
Right.
that right there. I'm kind of glad to find out what's really up as opposed to that.
Yeah.
Because that would have really just took me out. Because what, sir, the way you be cutting up behind her, and you got
That
the
don't make
nerve, and you got a whole nother
right.
family.
Hello. I would have
Uh,
lost it. Lost it. Yeah.
mm-mm,
Yeah. I was very
no.
happy that
But
that
when you
didn't come
asked me
down.
last week that I think he had a secret, I wasn't so sure. But when that secret came out, I don't want to say give the details of the secret, but when the secret came out, I was just like, she was right. She was right. This was major.
My God, this was a major issue. Like, Ashley has
I got us
she
speechless.
got us
Like,
speechless. Ashley has a way with words, don't she? And
she
characters
does.
and getting them to do everything but the right thing. God. What about the progression of Alani and Ethics' relationship?
I
It
wanted to
seemed
talk about that. I was thinking about that last night, and I was like, I can't wait to talk with her about this. I loved their progression in this book. Minus the whole forcing him to go to church and everything, but I will say, every since, because that's how the book started off. I will say, I think for the book purpose, it did help their relationship grow a lot. It wasn't that they weren't given that back and forth, that arguing, that what we're used to getting in the other books. It's like they have both finally
yes.
took a breather. I was like, okay, we're gonna do this, and we're gonna make this work, and we're gonna try. And the fact that Alani is such a great mother. I mean, she is just born to be a mom. She just does it with ease, no matter what's going on in her life, how stressed out she may be. She just, some people are really truly born to be mothers, and I feel like Ashley broke her to perfection when it comes to that. And we just get to see them being happy in their relationship. And I
Yes.
enjoyed every bit. I ate that part up.
Yeah, yeah, enjoy it because it don't. Well, let's just say it's still Ashley Antoinette here, honey.
I know trouble's not
And let
far
me tell you,
away.
baby, life just keeps on going for the Okafers. I'm just.
That's why I'm soaking it up now, because I already know that this is not going to last.
Let me just say,
Something is going to
ma'am,
occur.
ma'am, it is. I love Ashley Antoinette. Like, God, the woman is a phenomenal writer. It's just, you don't stop feeling from the moment you opened up A Moth to a Flame. It's just you constantly feeling everything as if you're in the book with the characters and you're wanting them to make some good decisions, right? You're like, somebody, anybody, one person.
No, none of them.
Morgan, when she, found out she was pregnant and the excitement and the happiness because they weren't doing anything to prevent a baby. Morgan is very slow. Okay. Um, because why are you asking this man for you to be for y'all to have a kid and you're in college,
Yeah, I
right?
didn't like that part.
That
Get
didn't make
get a
sense to
kid.
me. What do you mean? Ethic, you didn't take this girl to get on birth control or nothing. Like, ain't nobody. Alani ain't either. I want to text you that. Alani and Ethic are going at it like rabbits. There's
But
no.
see, he won't, because what he
He
say in the book,
do, but
I'm trying to wife her and put babies in her.
yes, but she said she wanted to slow things down and she wanted to be courted. She wanted to be, oh my God, the longing for each other. We're not in the same house. And Ethic is like, I'm trying to change your last name. I'm trying to put a baby in you. But these people don't do good with pregnancies. They don't do good. They just don't do good with life. I just. Because when Morgan found out, and after that night, I think I'm trying to go back and make sure I got this right for you. So you got to help me. I might have it. Jesus, I've been reading a lot of books. But Morgan was smoking weed and was like, I ain't finna be baby mama number two. You know what I'm saying? And then she flicked them damn ashes on him. And he knew at that point, he was like, this is the Morgan that he don't get to see. This is the Morgan that you taught. This is the Morgan that's pointing a motherfucking gun in your head. And like, nah, nigga, tell me what's up. I'm just like, oh my God. But it took all of this to remind you of the power that you do have, right? Because it's always been begging. It's since the beginning of time with her and Messiah, she has been the one outside with a radio playing on over her head in the rain, talking about, I want to be with you. I need you.
Right.
I need you. Right? And now it's like flip, the tables have turned. But it's never consistent with her. Okay. And I do want to blame her hormones at this time because I am overwhelmed with Morgan and her
Right. And that's why I feel like she shouldn't be pregnant right now because
No, no,
she's already unstable. You know what I'm
man,
saying?
ma'am, it was
Already
worse.
unstable. Then you add a baby, which changes your hormones, and that's just gonna make it 10 times worse. I do love Aria. Aria,
Aria is their friend. Everybody
is she
need.
just she's ride or die. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just she's so much of a
I
better
love her.
friend than Niche was.
Oh God,
Like,
it gets better. She gets 1,000 times, and you don't think she can, but God, she wrote the hell out of her. Aria, like Aria, it gets better. I'll tell you that, friend. Okay, with her, it gets
forward to
better.
seeing her more and just,
Um, we get more. Let's just know that of in Butterfly series, we get more of Ari and Issa. We get more of just all the little people that you think are just the side characters that in the book. So you get a
mhm,
lots
yeah.
more of her. Um, we talked about Ethic pulling up on Messiah. We did talk about that. I'm trying to see what else, friend. So to make sure we don't leave nothing out. What else was going on in the book
See? Talk
that
about
you
everything.
I'm trying to see, friend. I caught myself trying to write down at least something.
I
We talked about
think we at the
Messiah
end
pulling the
end
gun.
of it.
We just ran through everything I wrote down. Alani begging him not to kill her. Ethic love for. Oh my God! Here we go. Here we go. Morgan calling Messiah 100 times.
And when she got there, he said, "No, just go home." He was so nonchalant about it, like
Cause he
until the
was
end
overwhelmed.
when they really when it got heated.
Listen,
Yeah,
listen. He
just
was overwhelmed. All the things you got to remember that everything is happening to everybody, okay? And everybody is entitled to have some type of form of response. He just lost everything, right? So I can get why he's like, girl, girl, girl. And Ethic had threatened him at this point. It was like, don't bring your ass back around here no more. And he not playing. I'm telling you right
it's gonna
now,
be over for
I'm
you.
telling you right now, he is not playing. When he said you get the hell out of Flint, your ass ain't welcome here no more. That's what the fuck he mean. That's what he mean. He mean that shit. Okay. Because there's no way you should still be alive in the world of ethic after what you did. Okay. But what happened? Dang it, it was something else that I wanted to tell you. Okay, he did not kill Messiah. However, that hospital scene where he paid the nurse off, and um, I don't know how his daddy ended up at the hospital. They never said. They just said he was in the hospital and he was chained to the bed. And Morgan, the nurse that he had looking after Alani grandmama, was on the shift that day. She pulled a fire alarm and everybody had to evacuate. And the police evacuated. And that motherfucker went in there and killed her. I was like, yes, rest, don't rest in peace, Mr. Buki. Yeah. And I'm like, epic.
One
Yes.
thing about it, Ethic is very calculated. He's organized. He's gonna show up in a way that you don't even think is possible. Like you're not gonna think that I didn't think that was gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? I thought he was going to find him a different way. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
Alani said he couldn't kill Messiah. She didn't say.
Right. And that's really where the root of the problem
It
starts.
was
You know what I'm saying?
absolutely, absolutely.
So
Oh,
this is
friend, I
how
didn't even
this all
think
trickled
about
down.
that.
Yeah, this is how this all trickles down.
I
Because
didn't
if it
think
wasn't
about.
for Raven and Morgan's actual dad and him having the issue with each
Yes,
other,
yes.
then
Then
none
it
of this
would.
would be taking place right
You're
now.
right. Oh
There
my
wouldn't be a book.
God, it really wouldn't
There
be,
really wouldn't be a
right?
book like that,
God, I
right?
would have never met a Meek. So thank God for that.
You say, thank God for their trials and tribulation.
To you, God. And I get why it's called butterflies. Okay, I'm
Hey,
sorry. Cause
we
I'm
we
gonna get
almost
you there.
there.
I'm gonna get you there, friend. I swear I am.
We almost there.
All right, y'all. So the ending of the book. I'm trying to tap into my first time reading the
Mm,
book. Was devastating because I know I make fun of Morgan. I do. And I'm like, oh my God, Messiah. I can't live without Messiah. And to just, but I felt those words of, I want to go home. I want to be with my sister, my family that really loves me, my dad and my mom. And,
mm-hmm.
like, I'm just not
It's becoming too much.
figuring it. I'm not, everything here on earth is hurt and pain, and where I find love it is no longer here on earth with me. That unconditional love that so much has been taken from her. She has been through a lot, right? And we don't call her Raven Jr. for nothing. Okay. There's a reason for that. But to decide that all it's a dangerous kind of love when your love is attached to one being. Like your whole thing is so consumed with this one person. And if anything rocks that, you are unstable. You're mentally unstable. You're broken. You go into this state of hopelessness. Like life is not worth living without this person being in my life. Is may their love never find me.
Okay.
I'm just
I don't
gonna have
want
to
it.
be honest because the way she got in that car and to be so what I thought about is, my God, girl, you are at the beginning of your life, right? You have let this man come in and just
Flip you upside
dismantle
down.
everything, right? You have so much, you have a
She
bright
should have stuck
future.
with old boy at the college. She should have just, what was his name?
Uh,
Stuck with him. I can't think of what his name is.
I can't think of his boss. No,
Something with a B, I
it is a
think,
B.
but
Hmm.
I can't think of what it is.
Well, okay. Hmm.
Maybe
Let's
not.
you heard nothing from I am
I already kind
simple.
of felt like he was up to no good, like he was
Okay,
playing a
friend.
part.
When I tell
Yeah,
you, you need to stop reading
he
books
was
because
playing a
your
role.
intuition, your
Hmm.
intuition, you need to, ma'am, turn it.
He's too nice. He's too soft. He's too, you know what I'm saying? Like he was doing things the right way, and he was,
Girl.
if Messiah wasn't involved, she definitely would have been messing with him, I feel like.
Hmm.
And it was just something about it. I was like, nah, something's going to be up with him later down the line. But I felt like, well, maybe we're not going to get to that part because of how Messiah and Morgan's relationship began to progress.
I
So I was
hate
like,
to
maybe I will never see him again in this book.
I
But
hate to hate that. I came with you today. I came with you. I mean, friend, you have a
because I feel like he's gonna have a big secret or he's gonna be on something. Yeah, he's put there. He's placed
baby, baby. The people who've read it, leave Monique alone.
there. Please leave me alone. Fix it, Jesus. Fix it.
Say you are a reader. That's all I'm gonna say. I ain't gonna say nothing else because I want my
Okay.
friend to go through all the things. But friend, you read a lot of books. That's all
I
I'm
do
gonna
that.
say.
I do
That's all I'm
feel
gonna say. The last thoughts I think that I had was when it comes to Bella and Bella. I just feel for Bella because she gets a part or a small piece of her dad because Morgan is so much work for Ethic and he's always trying to overcompensate for what Morgan doesn't have. So whatever is left over is sprinkled on to Bella. I don't think Easy give two flying bucks. You know what I'm
right.
saying? He's
He's
still
not at that
very
age yet
young,
where he
right?
really
He's
care.
not where he like, I need my dad. He's more like, I want to be with a buddy. I want to be with a
Mm-hmm.
buddy. So yeah, let's hang out
Yeah,
with a
but
buddy.
Bella is, what? Because she's like a preteen or something, right?
She
Or
is.
close
My
to it,
Bella is about
So
to be
she's,
13. She's
yeah,
12.
so she
Yeah.
needs her father. You know
She
what I'm saying?
needs
She's at
her
that stage.
father, but it's just that prayer that she led at the hospital because we all know Morgan did the ultimate thing and now they're all at the hospital. This family cannot catch a break, right? And Bella says, well, let's pray. She was like, it worked when I prayed that Alani didn't die and God didn't kill her. He was like, I prayed when Alani shot dad and he didn't die. And She was like, it'll work this time. And I'm just thinking to myself, this girl is before her time. Like, what the hell? Who sent you?
Mm-hmm.
Who sent you? Because at this moment, she was seen to have been the adult in the space.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm just that is when you're parentified at such a young age, that comes with its own trauma. And
Yeah, because I'm thinking, is she going to turn around and be the third Raven? You know what I'm saying? Later down the line.
yeah,
Is
I'm
she going to
just
turn around and be the third Raven because so much has been put on her?
so
She has
much,
gone through so much as well. So their whole family
so much.
has. And like we say, Easy's not really old enough to understand or even give a
Oh,
damn.
baby,
But
he's
Bella
thinking
is at
about
that
Spider-Man
stage,
and the
right?
girl.
She's at that stage where now she can begin to care. She's
Yes,
peeping things. You know what I'm
yes.
saying? So all this trauma that they're putting on her.
And Ethic just, even when, because we didn't, I'm glad you brought that up, because just think, it said that after the breakup with Messiah, that Ethic was on the road at her college campus. Like, that's what I mean. Those are
Mm-hmm.
those moments, holding her hair while she's throwing up, rocking her, holding her for hours at
It's
a
pacifying
time.
her.
Oh my God, girl. You don't think that a man is capable. Man, it might got maternal instincts or something. I don't know when it comes to him and her, because
Think I'm in control, but I think his love for Morgan is so powerful. Um, Number one, because of everything that has happened with her family, and he feels responsible, and he feels like
mm-hmm.
she needs somebody. But that love that he has for Raven was so deep that even though they're not, of course, romantically in anything, but he loves her so deeply, like he loved Raven. And because Raven is not here, it's like, this is
Where
my
do I put
second
it?
Raven.
Yes, where do I put it? And he's putting it all into Morgan. And that's what I kept telling y'all when I kept saying that he is not a book babe for me. But I don't know. Now that I'm back into the book, I wouldn't even say that I would have a baby by him, because if Morgan is still in his life, where's the room for a new baby? Where's the room? Where's the space for you? Because I wouldn't want what Bella is getting from him. It feels part-time. It feels like not enough. And I know as parents, there's some children may need a little bit more from you than the others do, but I feel like Morgan is grown.
Yeah.
Morgan
You've
is
done your
grown.
part.
You've done your part with her. She is making her own choices. Terrible,
Time to
terrible
let go.
choices, right?
Yeah.
But she's continuing to make them. She lying. She's hiding things behind your back. But baby, when they met, I told you, I already knew. I told you that 2 books ago that he said, nigga, this my chessboard. You think you coming over here telling me you finna tell me about you and my daughter are together? You ain't telling me shit I ain't know, nigga. I was just waiting on you to get some balls and come
Mm-hmm.
over here and tell me.
Right. Because
Nigga,
you
I
must
play
know he knows
chess. I do
everything.
not play checkers. Who?
Mm-hmm.
For real?
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah. I don't even know why they thought they could get it over, because they
You
had
know
to
why
know he was
Morgan
going.
thought. Let's just say that Messiah didn't know. Morgan, you know this man. You thought
But
he
even Messiah
really
should know,
didn't.
because he knows how he moves in business.
Bam.
So
And
he
he
should have
said,
known
that
too.
man said, don't nothing move around my city, and I don't know what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Period.
Hello.
Let's see, I'm so conflicted. I like that
Right.
thug. I like when he out killing,
Mm-hmm. Right.
unaliving people. I'm just,
Mm-hmm.
yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes. Let's get Bookie. Who else we getting? Let's get him up. Chop him
Trend
up.
more.
Ready. I ain't like Alani.
Right. Please
I
do
ain't
it
go get him.
now. Right now.
emotions. The
Baby,
emotions.
this series is taking us through it every
It
single
is,
week,
y'all.
and
It
we're loving
is.
every bit of it.
We are.
We are loving every bit of it. We got 2 books left
We
before we move
do.
on to Butterfly,
Yeah.
and I'm excited.
I
I'm
feel
ready.
like you're gonna be ready. I think when we get to Butterfly to do two at a time. I think they're a little bit shorter. I'm looking at how thin they are in comparison to the ethic books that are on my bookshelf. So if we want to, we can try to do two at a time.
Okay, friend.
Because, friend, I really want us to be ready when Butterfly 6 come out. And I think
Yeah.
we are heading right into Butterfly 6. I
Mhm.
mean, just, oh my
Yeah.
God.
I'm proud of myself too. I
Friend,
really
you
am.
doing
I've
it!
never read a book back to back in a series like this, so I'm very proud of myself.
I'm so
Yes.
friend. I love going through this journey with you because even it's crazy that this is my second time and I feel like I still need somebody to
Mhm.
support me through it.
Yeah. I'm
Hmm.
glad you're here to support me because, baby, you might not even see me. I'll be laid out somewhere if I
But
didn't have somebody to
I
talk to
love
this
the
about.
way you're thinking. And I wasn't thinking like you. I was so enthralled in my emotions that I was not thinking past what was happening in front of me with the characters. You know what I mean? I
Mhm.
was too, I could,
Anytime I see a hint of something, I'm like, it's on my radar, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna remember this part because I feel like later down the line, this is gonna be important information that I'm gonna need to remember. You know what I'm saying? So anytime I see anything suspicious, no matter what book I'm reading, whether it's a thriller, a historical fiction, urban, romance, whatever,
okay.
anytime I see something a little, something's a little weird,
And
you
you
know
be
what I'm
on it.
saying?
You be on it.
Yeah.
You be on it, friend, because I'm telling your friend was
Mhm.
just somewhere in the corner crying. Why did he
Yeah.
do that? Oh, good
Mhm.
God, you know, and I'm
Yeah.
just, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
so we'll see
all
y'all
right,
next
y'all.
week for book 5.
Yeah, we're on book 5. We will see you guys next week. Make sure you read it with us. Make sure you share the episode. It drops every Sunday. Make sure you check out our regular weekly episodes every Wednesday. We had Ellen Bennett on this week,
We
so
did.
make sure that you check that episode out next Friday. And yeah, we will talk to y'all later on the Book Bestie podcast. Bye.